Wait, that's illegal. Imagine landing in a new country, ready to explore, and before you even unpack your bags, boom, you're breaking the law. Not for stealing, not for speeding, but for chewing gum, or wearing high heels, or, get this, flushing the toilet after 10 p.m. Sounds ridiculous, right? But these aren't internet rumors. These are real laws, still enforced today in places around the world. And whether they were passed to protect culture, preserve history, or just because someone in power had a very bad day, they'll leave you shocked, amused, and maybe even a little nervous about your next vacation. From being fined for calling a baby the wrong name to committing a crime by stepping on money. These are the weirdest, wildest laws on the planet. And yes, you could get arrested for them. Let's start the countdown. Singapore. Chewing gum is illegal. Yes, really. Imagine landing in one of the world's cleanest, most high-tech cities and instantly becoming a criminal just for chewing gum. That's right. In Singapore, the sale, import, and even possession of chewing gum is heavily restricted. Why? Because in the early 1990s, authorities were fed up. Gum was ending up on sidewalks, train doors, elevator buttons, and cleaning it cost millions. So, they didn't just fine people, they banned it altogether. Today, unless it's for medical use and prescribed by a doctor, chewing gum in public could get you slapped with a fine, or worse. And yes, they do enforce it. So next time you're heading through Changi Airport, leave the juicy fruit at home, or risk being remembered as the tourist who got fined for fresh breath. Switzerland. No flushing toilets after 10 p.m. You've had a long day in the Swiss Alps. You're winding down in your cozy Airbnb, brushing your teeth, and suddenly, nature calls. But there's just one problem. It's after 10 p.m. And in some Swiss apartment buildings, flushing your toilet late at night is actually illegal. Why? Because in Switzerland, especially in older buildings, noise laws are taken very seriously. The sound of flushing is considered disruptive, and some landlords enforce rules that ban it entirely during quiet hours. Break the rule, and your neighbors might not call you rude, they might call the authorities. Of course, not every city enforces this law anymore, but it's still on the books, and yes, it has gotten travelers in trouble. So, if you're visiting Switzerland, maybe skip the late-night chili, or risk making a very awkward midnight decision. Greece. No high heels at ancient sites. You've planned the perfect Instagram moment, strolling through ancient Greek ruins in a flowing outfit and a stylish pair of heels. But before you strike a pose, be warned. Those heels could get you in trouble. In Greece, it's actually illegal to wear high heels at many historic landmarks, including the Acropolis. Why? Because sharp heels can cause tiny cracks and erosion in ancient stone, some of which is over 2,000 years old. Officials aren't joking around when it comes to preserving history, even if it means sacrificing fashion. So, if you plan to walk where philosophers once stood, sneakers might save you a fine, and save history from your stilettos. It's not about style, it's about stone. Japan. It's illegal to be overweight. You might watch your diet for personal health, but in Japan, staying slim is literally the law. Under what's known as the METAB law, passed in 2008, the government set strict waistline limits for adults aged 40 to 74. No more than 33.5 inches for men and 35.4 inches for women. And no, it's not just a health guideline. If companies or local governments don't meet body measurement targets, they face financial penalties. The goal? To reduce metabolic syndrome and prevent long-term healthcare costs. But to outsiders, it sounds wild. Mandatory measuring tape. In Japan, it's a real thing. So while other countries struggle to encourage wellness, Japan made it a national obligation, proving once again that when it comes to law, culture plays the biggest role of all. Denmark. You can't name your baby whatever you want. Think choosing your baby's name is a personal decision. In Denmark, it's not just personal, it's regulated by law. Parents there can't simply pick any name they like. Instead, they must choose from an official list of over 7,000 government-approved names. If your dream name isn't on the list, you'll need to apply for special permission. And that request might be denied if the name is considered odd, offensive, or just too unusual. The law was introduced to protect children from embarrassment and ensure names fit into Danish linguistic and cultural norms. So while you might love names like Zephyr or Blaze in Denmark, they might land you in a legal review. Yes, it sounds bizarre, but to Danes, it's just another way of keeping things balanced, traditional, and maybe a little less chaotic in the classroom. Thailand. Don't step on money. You drop a Thai baht coin on the street and instinctively stomp your foot on it to keep it from rolling away. Seems harmless, right? Wrong. In Thailand, stepping on money isn't just rude, it's actually illegal. Why? Because Thai currency features the image of the king, a figure held in the highest possible respect in Thai culture. That means placing your foot, the lowest part of the body in Buddhist tradition, on his image is seen as deeply offensive and potentially punishable by law. It may sound extreme, but in Thailand, monarchy laws are taken very seriously, and showing disrespect toward the royal family, even indirectly like through money, can get you in real trouble. So next time you're in Bangkok and drop some coins, let them roll. Your freedom is worth more than the spare change. Australia, it's illegal to disrupt a wedding. You've heard it 1,000 times in movies. Speak now or forever hold your peace. But in Australia, if you actually do speak up, you might be breaking the law. That's right. In certain parts of the country, disrupting a wedding ceremony, even just shouting something from the crowd, can result in a fine or criminal charge under public nuisance laws. It doesn't matter if you object for love, principle, or drama. In the eyes of Australian law, a wedding is a legally binding event, and interfering with it is no joke. In fact, interrupting any official ceremony, including funerals or legal proceedings, can land you in hot water. So next time you get invited to a wedding down under, save the speeches for the reception. Because in Australia, real life isn't a rom-com, and objecting at the altar might get you arrested. So the next time you travel, remember, it's not just the food or the language that changes, it's the laws too. From outlawed goldfish bowls to silent flushes and illegal chewing gum, the world is full of rules that range from logical to completely baffling. Some are about respect, some are about history, and some, well, nobody really knows. Which of these laws shocked you the most? Or better yet, have you ever broken a weird law without realizing it? Let us know in the comments.